crying all the time. There's one thing, Mr. Herriot. We both agreed that she... Are you prepared to put her down?
It really would be the kindest thing.
Yes, I suppose it would. But it shouldn't be. I mean, it really shouldn't be. She's just 2 years old, you say?
Next month.
Mrs. Faxton, I'm going to put Penny to sleep. No, not the way you think.
I don't quite understand.
I simply want to anaesthetize her.
What possible good will that do?
Well, I can't be certain it'll do any good at all. It's just an idea I've got. But if she has a rest and this continual drinking and vomiting and straining, it may give nature a chance.
Well, don't you think she's been through enough already?
Yes, I do. Of course she has, but this won't cause her any more distress. She won't know a thing about it, I promise. Look, I know this is a last resort, but I'd be very grateful if you'd let me try, please.
All right. Go ahead.
Thanks.
But this will be the last, won't it?
Yes, it will.
What are you giving her?
Nembutal. Just a small shot. She'll sleep till late afternoon, and I'll come back and give her another dose. Or Mr. Farnham will. If I can't make it, I'll tell him what I'm trying. But I want to keep her sedated for 48 hours. There you go, Peppy. Here's a good dog.
Ah,
Hello,
James.
Siegfried.
How went the day?
Oh, pretty easily. Few simple cases. One case of mastitis. Things seem to be slacking off a bit.
Good. Excellent. Did you have a look at Bob Rigby's heifers?
I do every day. Clean as a whistle.
Very satisfactory.
Siegfried, did my eyes deceive me? Is there or is there not a crate of champagne in the hall?
They did not, and there is.
Having a party?
Well, not quite yet, James. And I have a sudden, warm conviction. The miracle is going to happen. There isn't going to be an outbreak of foot and mouth. The moment the Minivag gives us the all clear, we celebrate. So, be prepared.
Perfectly splendid. On the other hand, isn't it tempting Providence a bit?
Yes, of course it is, outrageously. I had that well in mind. If the thing flares up at the last moment, we don't celebrate. We get drunk instead. Any complaints?
None. Cheers.
That brings me, James, to another small miracle.
Oh, my hat. You don't... Not Penny the Poodle?
Absolutely. I was there when she woke up. Nice 48-hour nap.
Go on.
Well, she's very weak, of course. Wobbly on her legs, but she didn't make a beeline for the water bowl. She tottered out into the garden, did a neat little job, and then she watered the flower beds for about half an hour.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it? I said I felt quite a fraud getting all those hugs and kisses from Mrs. Flaxton. They were yours by rights, James.
Don't worry about that. Is Penny really on the mend?
And I'm sure she is. I'm equally sure that you really
No, Tristle get
hit
it.
something,
Go on.
James. Well, I think we need a few more cases to satisfy the profession, but after that, you've got to write a paper about the use of sedation as an adjunct to the ordinary treatment of certain animal ailments for our learned journal.
Well...
No, I really mean it, James. Where was he?
Stowson. Is he burning up the line?
What's he on?
His prize bull's got it, that's what. Got to spell it out. Foot and mouth disease.
I should never have listened to thee in first place. All that soft soap about helping Bob Rigby. He's not but a bloody tinker. And look what that's done! Brought his filthy disease onto my healthy land and my beasts. Well, has ruined a life's work. I'm a hard man to cross, Mr. Herriot, as you'll find out to your cost. It weren't impotence that were culpable negligence. That's what it were. Ignorance and culpable negligence. Well, I'll soon, never fear. I'll take thee to court, the highest court in the land, if necessary. And I'll take thee in the blasted practice for every penny that's got. And I'll have thee struck off for good measure.
Walking around the bar again, will you? So I'll bring it back. Right, hold this head up, will you? Have another look at that tongue. Mr. Dawson. Now, you listen to me. Your anxiety is quite natural. But if you ever speak to me like that again, I will almost certainly punch you hard on the nose. Then you can have the satisfaction of taking me to court for assault. But get this clear. I will not have my professional competence questioned by an incompetent farmer.
What the
Shut
hell?
up and listen. That bull isn't lame. There are no vesicles between the clits. There are no vesicles on the tongue. The tongue is swollen and painful. He's salivating and has a fairly high temperature.
Well, young man.
Well, so would you be. Running a temperature, salivating, and your tongue would be swollen and painful if you had 3 inches of rusty wire sticking into the bottom of it.
Are you saying?
It is not foot and mouth, Mr. Dowson. It's just a simple infection caused by this. All right. You are no more an incompetent farmer than I am a negligent vet. You're a very good farmer. But I'll lay you any odds you like that that piece of wire came from a badly cut bale of hay. If you buy prize bulls, it's worth watching the fodder.
Is that right, young man? I'm sorry for what I said.
Don't bite it. That should do you, old chap. How old are they, Mr. Skipton?
You're the vet, you tell me.
Well, they're very old. I can see that from their teeth. But I'd only be guessing.
Well, the mare's about 30, and the gelding's a year or 2 younger. She's had 15 grand foals. Neither of 'em ailed out, except a bit of teeth trouble now.
When did they last do any work?
Oh, about 12 years ago, I reckon.
You've kept them down here all that time?
Aye, just laking about down here, retired like. It's sheltered in winter and grand grazing in summer. Oh, they've earned it and all. They were 2 slaves when I were a slave myself.
And you come and see them very often?
Every day God sends, Mr. Elliot. Rain, blow, or snow, I never misses.
But it's 2 miles to your house, Mr. Skipton.
They're old friends, aren't they?
Anyway, everything's under control. Mrs. Hall's been having a field day in the kitchen. Honestly, darling, she is a wonderful woman. The only trouble is she does get carried away. There's going to be enough to feed a regiment. But not army cooking. Strictly Yorkshire cordon bleu. You haven't been listening to a word I've said. James?
What?
Are you with me?
Oh, sorry, love, I was thinking.
What about?
John Skipton,
What about him?
those 2 ancient horses. Skipton started life as a farm labourer. Never married, Drove himself hard all his life, made money. You'd never think it to look at him. He's one of the biggest landowners in the Dales, and he walks 4 miles every day to see those horses, Helen. 4 miles. That's been going on for 12 years. I don't know another farmer in the Dales who wouldn't have sold them to the knacker's yard just as soon as their usefulness expired, but not Skipton. He's given them an ease and comfort in their old age he's never bothered to give himself. Now, why, darling? You tell me that.
It's not difficult, you old silly. He loves them, that's why. Right, Mrs. Hall, you can do this. You can let them in soon. And then we're going to get the baked potatoes.
Are we allowed in yet?
Yes, you can come in now. We're ready for you.
Oh, right.
Sorry, Doc.
What a sight for sore eyes. Mrs. Hall, I have always held you in the very highest regard. But what can I say now? You're a true artist. A queen of the cuisine.
Get along with you, Mr. Farnan. I've never managed without Mrs. Harriet's help.
Ah.
She's the finest cook as I am.
There's nothing for it. I'll have to kiss you both.
That's great work, darling. Bravo, Mrs. Hall.
I myself am beyond empty rhetoric, merely empty-bellied.
Ah, you don't, brother.
Brother.
Contain your gluttony. Now, I have other plans. Now, before our guests arrive, we're going to have a little private ceremony of our own. Please note, brother dear, that when opening a bottle of champagne, I do not follow the vulgar habit of bombing the ceiling with the cork.
Oh, well done.
Spilled a bit there, never mind. It seems to me that some sort of toast is appropriate at this moment. Give me your advice. To what or to whom shall we drink?
Well, ourselves, of course.
Yes, ourselves. Why not? After all, where in all Darrowby could one possibly hope to encounter, come along, Mrs. Hall, such a combination of beauty,
Here, here.
Thank you, Siegfried.
industry,
Oh, thank you.
and wit. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the toast. Ourselves.
Ourselves.
Someone's a bit early.
I'll go, Mrs. Harriet.
Oh, thank you,
Just
Mrs.
got there,
Hall.
didn't they?
Who do you suppose?
Penny and the Flaxtons.
Could we?
They live just around the corner.
Or my rosebud.
Who?
Your rosebud Tris.
Hospital, absolute little charmer.
It's Sue Beresford.
And how do you know?
Girl of handsome appetites, James. I warned her of this feast. Not my words. Sue Beresford.
Oh, Mr. Farnan, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Hall, what is it? Or who is it?
Jess Rowbottom, sir.
Just Robot. What on earth do you want?
Oh, Mr. Farnan, I'm that sorry. He says, could someone come at once? It's a misplaced calf bed.
Oh!
Oh, no. Not now. It can't be. Oh, how unfair.
Life, my dear Helen, is beastly unfair, but we, among ourselves, are not.
Just now and then.
Gentlemen. The short match wins the job. Tristan. James. As Helen remarked only a moment ago, beastly unfair on one of us. Well, at least let's drink a glass of champagne first.
Yeah,
Shall we? Come, Mrs. Hall. Bring your glass. Bring your glasses. Come on. Here, here.
Not too much.
Get on.